I put up a simple sign on my land, nothing fancy, just a warning. But somehow, that sign triggered everything. And within hours, police showed up. They pulled up like it was a crime scene. Lights off, but attitude on. I could tell they were expecting trouble. They just didn't know from who. And of course, she was there, clipboard in hand like always, already telling her version of the story. Before anyone even asked, the sign was clear. No confusion, no tricks. Just a simple message. Stay off my land. I didn't move, didn't rush over, because I knew this wasn't going how she thought. She started explaining loudly, claiming I broke HOA rules. Even said I was trespassing on my own property. The officers looked around, trying to make sense of it, because something felt off. Very off. That's when I walked over. No rush, no stress, just calm, because facts don't panic. They asked me a few questions. Simple ones. Straight answers. No attitude, just truth. And that changed everything. But she couldn't stay quiet, cutting in, raising her voice, trying to control the moment, like she always did. One officer stopped her right there, told her to slow down, because something wasn't adding up and they could feel it. He walked over to the sign, read it twice, then looked back at her. Like, are you serious? She doubled down instantly. Said I had no right to put it there, that the HOA controlled this area, even though it clearly didn't. I just stood there, didn't argue, didn't interrupt, because when someone's wrong, they usually prove it themselves. The second officer pulled up records, started verifying everything, LL ownership, boundaries, all the things she ignored now. She was talking faster, trying to stay in control, but her confidence was starting to crack. They looked around carefully. The fence lines told the story. Everything matched what I said, not what she claimed. I could see it happening. That shift in their thinking, from doubt to understanding. They asked me a few more questions. Nothing complicated, just confirming the truth. Piece by piece, I showed them everything. Property lines, gate placement, even the history of the land. No confusion left. She tried again to interrupt, but it wasn't the same anymore. Less control, more desperation. Then everyone noticed. This time, the officer turned to her, and his tone changed. Firm, direct, no room for arguments. She froze for a second. Didn't expect that response. Not from them, not here if they stepped aside to talk. Going over everything again. But the answer was already clear. They just had to say it. I leaned back and waited. No stress. No rush. Because the truth doesn't need pressure. Meanwhile, she was pacing, trying to hold it together, but it was slipping fast. Faster than she expected. They came back a moment later. And you could feel it instantly. Something had changed. Completely. They explained it clearly. No confusion, no doubt. This wasn't HOA property. Not even close. She didn't say a word, just stood there. All that confidence. Gone. In seconds. And just like that, it ended. No violations. No penalties. Just a lesson learned. On my land. But for her, it wasn't over. You could see it in her face. The frustration, the disbelief. She wasn't ready to let it go. She pulled out her phone again. This time, more serious. Were not complaints anymore. Something bigger. I just watched quietly, because I knew what was coming. And honestly, I was ready for it. Next morning, a letter arrived. Official. Legauche was taking it further. Straight to court. I read every line carefully. Every claim she made, and none of it actually held up. So I made one call, got everything in motion, because if she wanted court, I'd meet her there. Property records, boundary maps, years of documentation, all crystal clear. She walked in confident, like she already won, like this was easy. But it wasn't. I walked in calm, no stress, no doubt, because I knew one thing. Facts don't lose. The courtroom was silent. Everything came down to truth, not opinions, not assumptions, just facts. She spoke first, confident, loud, trying to control the room like she always did. The judge listened carefully. No reactions, no interruptions, just taking it all in. Every word. Then it was my turn. I didn't rush, just laid out the truth, piece by piece. The map said everything. Clear boundaries, clear ownership, no confusion. That's when it changed her expression, from confidence to doubt. The judge reviewed everything, carefully, slowly, because details matter, and these details were clear. Then came the decision. Short, direct, no confusion at all, and it changed everything. She didn't move, didn't speak, because she knew it was over. I walked out, calmly, no celebration, no noise, just satisfaction, because truth won. Back on my land, everything felt the same. Quiet, peaceful, exactly how it should be. Like, subscribe, and tell me where are you watching from.